Hello and welcome to the first episode of Feeding the Soul. I'm your host, Mariah, and the first episode is entitled Oil, Donuts, and the Light We Inherit. There's something quietly powerful about oil. Oil isn't loud. It doesn't demand attention, but when you light it, when you give it a wick and a moment, it becomes light. And that light has carried a story for thousands of years. Hanukkah, at its heart, is a story about oil that wasn't supposed to last, but did. The miracle we're taught is simple. There was only enough oil to light the menorah for one day, and somehow it burned for 8. But the older I get, the more I realize the miracle isn't just that the oil lasted. It's that someone chose to light it at all. They could have waited. They could have said, "This isn't enough." But they lit it anyway. And every year we remember that choice with flames, with rituals, and yes, with donuts. Sufganiyot, jelly-filled, powdered, fried in oil. Messy, sweet, impossible to eat neatly. There's something almost humorous about commemorating a sacred miracle by biting into something that guarantees powdered sugar on your shirt. But that's kind of the point. The oil in Hanukkah isn't just symbolic, it's embodied. We taste it, we smell it, we celebrate it in a way that reminds us joy and holiness don't have to be separate things. For me, those donuts also carry another story, a personal one. I grew up in an interfaith family. My mother and father came from 2 different traditions, Christianity and Judaism. 2 faiths, 2 histories, sometimes 2 very different ways of understanding God, rituals, and belonging. And yet, they still had love. There was intention. There was oil. Our home wasn't about erasing differences. It was about holding them carefully, lighting candles without extinguishing each other, learning when to explain, when to listen, and when to simply show up. In some ways, that's the most Hanukkah thing of all for me, because oil doesn't argue with the wick, it feeds it. Light doesn't ask where the oil came from. It just shines. And when I eat a Hanukkah donut, I don't just think about ancient temples. I think about my parents, about choosing each other across differences, about creating a home where multiple traditions could coexist without fear. That's not always easy. Interfaith families live in the in-between. Sometimes not fully claimed by either side, sometimes asked to explain themselves, sometimes misunderstood. But Hanukkah reminds me that small, intentional acts matter. 1 candle, 1 donut, and 1 family choosing to honor more than 1 story. The oil wasn't abundant. The situation wasn't perfect. The future wasn't guaranteed. And still the light burned. So, this Hanukkah, when you bite into something fried and sweet, maybe let it be more than indulgence. Let it be memory. Let it be gratitude. Let it be a reminder that what sustains us doesn't have to be endless, just enough to begin. Because sometimes that's all a miracle really is.